We forget that everybody is going through something. We forget that the happiest people, the people with the biggest smiles, are often hiding the biggest frowns. You do not know, and you can never know, what someone is truly going through, because you did not go through the exact thing that they have. You may have gone through something similar, but you were raised different. You have different views on life. You have different beliefs that may help you overcome challenges that these people just either don't have or were never introduced to. I think it is so valuable to remember that everybody is going through something. You know, the person who cuts you off, either on the street or on the road. The person that gives you some attitude. All these people are going through something. These people may just be having the worst day of their lives, because one day will be the worst day of our lives. And I'm sure you don't want people to judge you off the worst day of your life. But on a personal level, those are the days that teach you the most about yourself. You learn nothing about yourself when everything's going right, when it's a little steep, 1 second. That doesn't look that steep, but it is. I also got running shoes on. Shout out Hoka. You want to sponsor me? But we learn the most about ourselves. Holy fuck. You know, in moments like these, when things you don't expect come, and life gets hard, and you're tested. You know, there's the saying with you know, how pure gold is made. And I've talked about it a lot on this channel because it's such a valuable mindset to get to have. On pure gold is made by exposing, you know, say 14 karat gold to high temperatures of heat. And there's pure gold in all of us, but there's also vices, which is our impurities. And these only come to our fruition. These only come to our attention when we are put in those situations where they come to the surface. And in those moments, we can either cry and say, woe is me, or we can scrape those impurities off the surface, remove them, get them away, and be better off for going through that hard time. But this is it on a personal level. And Marcus Aurelius talks about being strict with yourself and being tolerant with others. And I think this is basically the essence of what he means by this. This is the essence of being strict with yourself and tolerant with others. Not allowing yourself the excuse of, oh, this is the worst day of my life. That is why I'm unkind to people today. That is why I was short with that person. That's why I was rude to that one. That's why this, that, and the other. To be strict with yourself is to not allow yourself those excuses. And being tolerant with others is being understanding and saying, they're not normally like this. Their loved one just passed away. They just got fired from their job. They're sick. They broke a bone. They, fill in the blanks. And you become lenient with others because you can never truly know what someone else has gone through. You can never truly understand why they do the things that they do. And as Plato says, no soul is willingly deprived of the truth. And I completely believe that. And this has helped me forgive so many. This has helped me choose kindness instead of anger. When someone is rude to me, I think, what a pity. They really thought rudeness was the answer. And a step further, they really thought rudeness was the answer to happiness. Because, we all just want to be happy. We all just want to have happiness. And I define happiness as peace, not joy. Joy is fleeting, but peace is something that you can obtain. Peace is something that you can learn to have with you 24/7. And Naval Ravikant says something along the lines of, wisdom is being able to effortlessly interpret each thing that happens to you and not lose your peace of mind. That is wisdom. That is happiness. Peace of mind. And if no one's willingly deprived of the truth, and all anyone wants is happiness, that means each action they make is in a effort for happiness. Now, sometimes we're so willingly deprived of the truth that we think fleeting pleasure is happiness. And that's why people give into pleasures. They think it will give them happiness, even when they know it won't. Because knowing and understanding are not the same thing. They're two very, very different things. So people should be pitied when they are rude to you, because somehow they have a belief system that thinks and they don't really think this, but they think, if I am rude to this person, my happiness will be the outcome. And is that not such a pity? Is that not something to pray for someone about? To say, please help them see the light. They're in Plato's cave. Show them the light. It's such a pity. So realize that you can never have someone else's perspective. And this is also good to realize that you may not be right. I may not be right. What I'm saying right now could be completely false. It could be so much closer to foolishness than to wisdom. But I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I believe it's a path to happiness, to understanding, to love, to light, to positivity. And that is why I share it with you guys. Because, I mean, I'm just 22 years old. I'm just in the Alps, the Austrian Alps, unemployed, and speaking into the ether. But I truly believe these lessons have helped me live a happier life, get closer to a place of understanding and, dare I say, wisdom, and helped me live a life truer to myself. And I don't know, I truly believe that, and I feel a moral obligation to share the lessons that I have learned with you guys, to share the lessons I've learned with the world. You know, it is a blessing that YouTube is a thing, because back in the day, I mean, you never had an opportunity to reach such a massive audience. I mean, even me, I have like 250 subscribers, and one of my videos got like 800 views. I mean, where else and what other time could a random, you know, I was 21 when that happened, and what other time was it possible to just talk? And, you know, if you had 800 people surrounding you, that's like Sermon on the Mount numbers, like probably double that. And in this day and age, it's so easy to just get those numbers. And I've posted videos, not of wisdom, but of health, that have gotten millions of views on TikTok. When else was that ever possible? And I believe everything I've ever posted was in service to helping people. I mean, some things that I posted were in service of my ego. When I used to, well, I haven't worked out in a while yeah, I posted some pictures for my ego for sure. But videos on this channel have always been in service to help. And if you think you can help, I stress you to help. You have a moral obligation. But just always remember, you'll never truly know someone else's perspective. You'll never know truly what they're going through. You'll never truly understand them. So don't judge them. And I am not wise. That is why I pity people. But I believe the next step is to not even be pity, to not even be pitiful, to not judge them, to understand that they're not willingly deprived of the truth. And I don't know, I just don't think judgment and wisdom go hand in hand. But I am not wise, so I pity people. But I think pity is better than hate. And I think it's closer to love than hate. So just remember, when you meet people, when you are frustrated with people, when you don't understand why they keep making mistakes that are so clear to you, there's mistakes you make that are so clear to others that you continue to make. And there's no reason to judge people. You never can truly know someone else's perspective.